Hey guys, after achieving over 200 subscribers, I think this video is necessary. This video is about my game room. I'll be covering my television. Sorry about the lag through this video. I'm using an Android, and Androids aren't really known for their video quality. But anyways, moving on from that, my television is a 32-incher. I will not be getting rid of it anytime soon, and it has served me well for many years and is not broken, so I don't need to replace it. Over here, let's start in the middle, is my Sega Saturn. I purchased this console at a thrift store, flea market. I paid, I believe, $30 for it at the time. It still works perfectly fine, but I need a memory card. Just don't have the money, the time, and the space for all these consoles. So I will be selling a few next summer. If you are interested in buying a console, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to include my address or any public information. But anyways, the power still works, the open button still works, the game's playing it, the laser's still fine, the battery still fine too. Next beside it is my original Xbox. This is my childhood Xbox, still works fine. Although I should replace the battery because it might get corroded. A little bit dusty around my desk and on the consoles. But the controller ports still work. The power and eject button still works. Eject button. I'm sorry. A little dusty, as mentioned. But still works other than a little less. And I'll be going through all my games soon. Over here, we have my family's Wii. Now, this has the GameCube ports. Still a little bit dirty on the outside when I cleaned it a few years ago. Probably needs a more finished up. But everything still works on it. My brother owns most of all of the games, so I have to borrow his to play. But I haven't played this in a long time. That's why I'm getting rid of a few of these consoles, because I just don't play them as I used to. I need the money rather than the time. Underneath it is a PS2 I bought at a thrift store. I think I paid $15 for it. It was broken originally, but I fixed it up. I opened it apart, and there's cobwebs and whatnot. I cleaned it out. This does not come with the broadband adapter attached to the back of it, but it still is a good PS2. As I said, I don't play it as often, so I will be selling this right here and getting some money for it. One unique thing on PS2s is that you can actually switch the logo. Let me do that real quick. See? It can go sideways. And everything still works on it as well. Now let's go down here. It's kind of dark, but my PS4 is down here. It is connected to my PS4 controller right here. I only have one. And if you want to know what this is a Sega Dreamcast fishing rod. I did a review of this. Might include a link down below in the description for you to check that out. This is my PS4. Still works fine. Bought it like 2 years ago. Well, I didn't buy it. My family bought it for me. It's a Christmas gift. But this is not the Pro. This is the original 500 gigabyte hard drive version of it, and it's not a special edition or anything like that. The fan is massively loud, and I probably need to get more storage, but I will be selling most of my games next summer anyways, so I don't think it really matters. Sorry, out of breath a little bit, sorry. Now, on the second shelf, I have my beloved Sega Dreamcast. I made several videos upon this, and you know how much I like this console. But this is my childhood console. I just showed you power is on. Now, I do not have the broadband adapter for this, but it does have the 56K modem, and everything still works on it fine, except the battery. I really need to replace the battery, but just don't have the skills and knowledge for it at the moment. I might have someone do it for me. Now, my last console is this Nintendo GameCube. I purchased this online for about $30, and everything still works pretty fine on it. bring it out a little bit. The power, the eject button or open button, and the reset button. All 4 controller ports work. On the back of this purple GameCube, it also has its proper connection points as well. I know that this one sometimes gets removed on black GameCubes. And right there too. I want to go online with this, but as I said, I just don't have the money and time. But anyways, let's move on to my handhelds. So my first handheld is this Nintendo DS. It still has power, surprisingly, but I guess not. But I will probably be selling this as well. It has a case on it, which is falling apart. It does not come with its stylus either. It does come with an SD card slot. This is a DSi XL. I might get, I don't know, $50 for this max, but still a good system to play all my DS games on, which I will show all my games later, I promise you. It also comes with its camera, and that's really much it to talk about my DS. I did own a DS, like a regular DS, like a blue one before, but I dropped that in water, so I got this one like 2011. I believe I have a video on this on my channel. Again, might put it in the description below. But let's move on to my next handheld. My next handheld is this blue Sega Game Gear. I used to own a black one, sold that one, and got some money to spend more games on my collection here. But I own the, this is actually modified. It has a brighter screen and better sound on it. I believe I did a video upon this too, like a game, I believe Columns I did on a few years ago. But this is it for all my systems and my handhelds. And now let's move on to the games, starting with the Dreamcast. So these are my Sega Dreamcast games I'll be showing you. So this game right here, all these games I'm going to be selling. At the end of the video, I'll be showing the games I'm not going to be selling. But I'm not going to say all the titles, you can look at them yourself, starting with the Typing of the Dead. This game will be tough to sell, but I will sell it with the keyboard. I have the keyboard, I did a review upon it, and I'll put in the description below if you want to click upon it. But these are all the games. I actually have 2 copies of Frogger too. One's below it. See? I also have 3 controllers. 2 are white, and 1 is red. These are the games that I will be keeping. I'm keeping these for nostalgic purposes only. This is actually Crazy Taxi 1 and 2. I don't have the instruction manuals or the original cases, so they're bundled up together like that. I also have the microphone for Caution Seat Man and Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Ready to Rumble Boxing, NFL 2K, and Vigilante 8, Second Offense. These games, again, all have some nostalgic purposes, so therefore I'm keeping them, and I'm keeping my Dreamcast because of this. Now onto my PS4 collection. These are the games I'm going to be selling. Watch Dogs, Project Cars, GTA 5, Fallout 4, Battlefield 4, Wolfenstein, Battlefield 1, Sleeping Dogs, Mafia 3, Sniper Elite 3. These are the games I'm going to be keeping. These games right here have story-based telling, and you can choose your options. And I can't wait for the 4th installment of The Walking Dead, which is coming next year. Sad, but, you know, everything must come to an end. But this game right here is getting a sequel, which is good. But these 5 games I'm going to be keeping, and also the games that are digitally downloaded on my PS4. But these games right here I'm going to be selling. So the next area that I'm going to move on to is the Nintendo GameCube games. This is my Nintendo GameCube games collection. I only have 5, and I'm going to be selling all 5 plus the controller I got. Since I didn't grow up with the GameCube, I don't have any fond memories of it, so therefore I'm selling all 5 of these games. and the GameCube and everything regarding the GameCube, including its wires, its power adapter, and AV cable. But the next collection that I'm going to move on to is probably my DS. As I said, I'm going to be selling my DS, so I'm going to sell my Nintendo DS games as well. There's only 6 of them, mostly Nintendo games, Mario Kart DS. I loved playing this as a kid, including the Pokemon games. I don't play any of these games anymore, but my recent new game that I got, I believe 2 years ago, is Super Mario DS 64. I played a little bit of this, but not much. But this is all my DS games, and the next collection that we're probably going to move on to is my Game Gear. Or did I already do my Game Gear? I can't remember. But I'm going to be showing you again, just in case. These are my Game Gear games. I'm going to be selling all of them. Sonic 2 is the only one that doesn't have a case, and none of these games have instruction manuals or a box. But this is it for my Game Gear collection, and then we'll move on to my Saturn or my Xbox collection. Now on to my Xbox collection. None of these games have boxes or instruction manuals, so it's only disc only. I'm going to be flipping through the pages, so these are my childhood games, and some games I played more than others. In fact, this game right here was a trade I made with a friend a few years ago, actually. But most of these games have some type of nostalgic value to it. This game, Need for Speed Carbon, I played a lot a few years ago. I tried beating the final boss and just couldn't, so I gave up. I'm trying. Wait for just 1 second. Okay, finally. I wasn't gonna stop the video. This video already has a lot of pauses in it. So let's continue. Burnout was a really fun game. My dad owned this game, and apparently I couldn't play it as a child. So when I turned like 13 or 14, he just gave it for me for free. Sorry about the lag right there. I'm going to be selling all these games as well. I don't care if they have nostalgic value to it or not. It's just way too many for my preference. Well, I'll probably be keeping a few, but not most of these. This game actually doesn't work, but when it did work, it was very fun. It has a lot of scratches on it. I don't know. Why the heck is that there? Whatever. Let's move on to my Saturn collection now. Now, here is all of my Sega Saturn games. I will be selling all my Sega Saturn games with my Saturn. Probably the rarest game out of here is probably Virtual Cop 2. None of these games are very rare. I don't have the money for the Sega Saturn collection. It's very expensive. And I also have 2 controllers with it. The Model 2, and besides it is the Model 1. But anyways, guys, this has been my Game Room of 2017. Hopefully you enjoyed. Sorry about the lag, the errors, and whatnot. I'll be trying to upload more, but I highly doubt it. It's probably going to be a while until my next video. But hopefully you enjoyed, and bye.